Hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Sorry that I am a little bit late. There's a lot of you that wanted to be here tonight, and I am running slightly late. I apologize for that. But tonight we are talking about what is this healing mindset that this woman keeps talking about in all of her messaging. Hello, it's good to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining. I'm about 5 minutes late tonight, but that's totally okay. And I'm super excited to be here with you this evening and share this information with you because what I'm going to share with you tonight is the key that unlocks the door to what you're hoping for and what you're wishing for. And if you possess it, then sky's the limit. So I'm super excited to share a few things with you tonight on that particular subject. So the only way that I know that you are here is if you leave a comment over here, tap the little screen with some hearts or something like that. That lets me know who is in the room. So just hello, it's good to see you, Richard. Thank you so much for being here. So just leave a comment over there. Don't be shy. It's okay to leave a comment. I'm not going to be like DMing you all the time or anything like that. I don't DM anybody unless you ask me to, or I say, hey, I think we need to talk or whatever. So hi, Anne, it's good to see you. And so, yes, but you're welcome to leave a message over there. And we're going to get started here in just a second. Let me introduce myself. My name is Leslie Nance. I am the founder of this group, The Real Answers About Your Cancer, right? The Real Answers About Your Cancer. And I come here on Tuesdays and Thursday nights to discuss with you as a certified holistic cancer coach, to discuss with you the things that help move your cancer healing forward. And so most of the time we're talking about mindset. Sometimes we're doing nutrition stuff. I think we've been in the kitchen one or two times actually, and done a few things there. So I'm always looking for topic ideas. So if you want to slide those my way, that's awesome as well. But tonight we're going to talk about something because I am constantly saying in these trainings, the healing mindset, the healing mindset, the healing mindset. And somebody was like, hey, Kimberly, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hi, Jamie, right? Hi, it's good to see you. Thank you so much. You finally found me. Yay. Um, so I keep talking about this, like this healing mindset, but never like telling you what it is. So tonight I'm going to tell you what it actually is. And there's some of you that are in this room right now that are utilizing it right now. And I know that because I've been working with you and I've been watching you use it to your advantage. So it's super cool what we are going to discuss tonight. So again, thank you guys so much for being here. If you're watching this on YouTube or you're watching this in replay, thank you so much. Be sure to leave us a like, drop us a comment, all those kinds of good things. It just helps us get the information out better. So I don't know if you guys know this, but when you leave a comment or leave a like on a post on Facebook, it actually helps it get seen more. It's called an algorithm. And the more people that like it and leave a comment, the more Facebook shows it around. And so because they think it's a popular thing. And that's why you see some things that have like a video and it has like, 55 million views. And the reason is because it's gone viral and a lot of people have liked it and shared it around. So yes. So when you guys tap that like and leave a comment, then it helps shows it to our other members. This is a private group, so it would only show it to other members. So thank you for that. Hi, Barbara. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. So I want to start off tonight to talk about what is a cancer cell. I think it's really important that we discover the thing that we're all have in common probably here. And that thing is cancer. Right? I wish that we didn't have that in common. I wish we had something in common like, I don't know, like race cars or I don't know. I wish we had something else in common. But the fact is that we all have this thing in common. Most of us that are here have this thing in common. And so I think it's important, if we're going to talk about the healing mindset, that we better talk about what we're healing first. And so as a holistic practitioner, I get a lot of slack, not a lot of slack. I get a lot of flack, not slack. I get a lot of flack about the word holistic. And when people come to me, they think one of two things. They think that I'm going to ask them to do a bunch of crazy town stuff, like a bunch of crazy town stuff that they're like, really? Like it's a stretch in your imagination that that's actually going to work. That's the one thing they think. Or they think that I absolutely hate the medical system and the medical system stinks and it's totally working against you and blah, 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 blah. So they think one of two things. They never think about what's down the middle, which is actually thinking about the whole body from the top of the head to the bottom of the feet. That is what holistic means. That's what holistic means. And so all those other things that surround that idea sometimes just give the word holistic a bad rap. And honestly and truly, it just means the practice of healing the body from the top of the head to the bottom of the feet. Hi, Dee, it's good to see you. From the top of the head to the bottom of the feet, thinking as the body as a whole vessel and not just in parts and pieces. And so when you see a medical doctor, typically they are a technician for the one thing that you have wrong with you. If you're diabetic, then your doctor's focused on that. If you have Crohn's disease, then your doctor is focused on healing that. If you have cancer, you get all kinds of new doctors, all types of oncologists, surgeons, all types of special practitioners, all types of pathologists. I mean, you get all kinds of doctors to help you through this journey, but they are technicians and they are focused on one thing, and that's to eradicate the cancer out of your body. They don't care about what's happening in the rest of your body. They only care about what that cancer is doing. So the benefit of working with them, who's really focused on the problem, one of the problems, and then working with a holistic practitioner like myself gives you the benefit of having all encompassing. And so I think it's important to talk about that. And I think it's important to talk about what is actual cancer. So cancer, first of all, I just want to take away some of its power right now. And this very statement, I'm going to take away some of the power that cancer has in your life. And the statement is that cancer cells are actually weak, deformed cells. They have malfunctioned and they do not have good energy. What? We think of cancer as this big, bad, powerful thing in our bodies that's going to take over. It's going to take over. But in actuality, cancer cells are weak, deformed, sick cells. And you have trillions upon trillions of healthy cells to support you and to love you through this process. So what happens when we ignite the furnace and get the furnace burning in those healthy cells? All those trillions of healthy cells, those cancer cells become more and more and more weak. And that is how I work with clients. That is how I help people through their cancer journey, is helping them to ignite that part of their bodies for healing. So cancer cells are weak, deformed, sick cells. Now, typically what happens in a standard cancer case, what happens is that you have a cell that is gone rogue, essentially, and the DNA has gotten messed up. And normally, if that cell was like floating around in your body, your immune system would be like, hey fellas, we got a deformed cell over here and it's not dying. And they're like, oh, we'll be right there. And they come over and they sweep it up and they stick it in your lymphatic system, and your lymphatic system takes it right out of your body. Boom, gone, right? But sometimes when your immune system is not functioning on all cylinders, then the cancer cells might grow out of control. And so all cells have a programmed death, and the fancy name for it is apoptosis. You might have heard your doctor talk about apoptosis, or you might have heard a wellness professional say, if you take this supplement, it stimulates apoptosis, which means a programmed death. As cells get old and tired and weak and not functioning well, then they are programmed to poop, die, and leave the body, or be consumed. A lot of times our cellular system actually consumes those and then recycles that back out. But cancer cells do not have that programmed death. They are malfunctioning cells. So just like if you have a bug in your computer and it starts making your computer do weird things, right? Like all of a sudden you can't do certain things. Well, that's kind of like a cancer cell. It's like, ugh. And so those cells start growing out of control, trying to correct themselves. They start growing out of control, and then they start dividing rapidly. And then all of a sudden we have a tumor. And so instead of one cell, we've got many cells that have glommed on together and have formed a tumor. And this is a very layman's term, very layman's way to explain this. So you guys bear with me. And so sometimes even when there's a tumor, our bodies can go, hey, we have a problem over here. We need to go solve that. And your body can actually reverse that by killing off those cancer cells. It is a distinct possibility. You have heard people who have spontaneously gone into remission, and that is their bodies actually taking care of those cancer cells. And typically they've ignited their immune system, and they've ignited their body's healing capabilities, and they've ignited their healing mindset. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, is that thing that I like to call the healing mindset. Now, I did not come up with this terminology. I wish I had. The healing mindset is not mine. It's just something that I have learned, and now that I pass on to my clients. So here are 3 things that a healing mindset has. Number 1, a healing mindset expects things to work. What? When you get a treatment, when you get a surgery, when you're working on your nutrition, when you're getting enough exercise, when you're drinking enough water, when you're going to the bathroom well, your expectation, hi Mary Luz, it's good to see you. Your expectation is that the things that you are doing are going to work. So many of us are doubting, like we think we're doing the right thing, but we're not sure that we're doing the right thing. And maybe if we did this thing, it would be better. And maybe if I did this over here, I mean, Susie Q over here told me about this thing, and maybe I should try that, because that's a good thing to try. That is not a healing mindset. A healing mindset is not seeking all the crazy things that everybody all of a sudden becomes a cancer expert. It is okay to do your own research and to understand, but it's not okay to hear one thing or read it on the internet once and go, well, that's the way it is. That's not a healing mindset. A healing mindset is deciding what path you're taking, getting on that path, and believing that it's going to work. It's really powerful. Imagine the things you could accomplish. If you knew that you could not fail, imagine the things that you could accomplish in your health. All right. So one of the ways that I work with my clients in this respect is several actually guided meditations, right? I love that. Edwin's like, I'm in control. I got this. I love that, Edwin. And so that was like the honk your horn, right? Did you guys do that when you were a kid? Honk, honk. Yeah. Apparently truck drivers like that. So I just was told that just a couple of days ago. Anyway, okay, that's not what we're talking about. Sorry, I just had a flashback to my childhood. But I actually put my clients through a guided meditation program that they are to do daily. And it's a meditation that I've recorded with my voice, not this crazy town voice. It's actually a nice calming voice. Hi, Lisa, it's good to see you. Yay. I'm so glad you made it here. Thank you so much for being here. But I put my clients through this guided meditation, and it's all about the healing mindset. It's all about learning the lessons that cancer has come here to teach us. And it's all about empowering the body for healing and keeping the mind nice and calm, and keeping the body in the mindset that whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's medical or medical and holistic, whether it's diet, I mean, it's really a combination of all these things that is getting people the most the most out of their journey. I love that. Jamie saying that I love my meditation every night. Yeah, it's very powerful. I still cannot read it aloud without getting tears because it's that powerful. And I've been reading it for 3 years. I just finally recorded it this year. Somebody asked me, I think it was Jamie asked me actually to record it so that she could listen to it instead of having to read it. And so, so I've actually just recently recorded it. And but that meditation is designed to give you the expectation that things are going to work, that the things that you're doing are going to work for you. So that's number one, healing mindset that it possesses. Number two is that this is a little different. It sounds the same, but it's a little different, and being hopeful and optimistic. Now, this doesn't just apply to your cancer journey. People come to me all the time and they're like, cancer's like taken everything from us. It is. Anne's like, I love it too. Yay. I love it. Thank you guys so much. I love that feedback. But being hopeful and optimistic in your life, not just about your cancer journey, but just about life in general, being able to say what you're going to be doing 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, having that hope and that dream alive and being hopeful and optimistic about achieving those goals that you want, that actually boosts your immune system naturally. It's amazing. It's amazing what a little hope and being optimistic does for the human body. And maybe it's not just specifically about cancer. A lot of people come to me and they're like, it's ruined, cancer's ruined. I was on that track and I got off of it. I read Anne's comment and got off track, but it's about, people come to me and they're like, Leslie, cancer's like destroyed my family. It's ruined us financially. It has taken everything from us. And I'm like, well, how'd that happen? And they're like, what do you mean? Like, it's the normal thing. Like, we've normalized that cancer comes in like a tornado and tears your whole life down. And then it's your job to rebuild it back up. What if cancer came and the tornado was around, but it never touched down in your life? Like, you never allowed it to touch down in the first place. How different is that? It's very different in the way that you can be more hopeful and more optimistic. Even being optimistic through your financial struggles. I have a client, a dear, dear client, that had some serious financial struggles. She and her family are absolutely amazing. She came to me and she's like, if I don't do this, I feel like I'm going to die, but I don't have any money. And I said, well, where there's a will, there's a way. And so we started brainstorming together. We started figuring out where the money was going to come from. And then all of a sudden, the money was there. It appeared. And I just like to tell you, right now, she's sitting with no cancer in her body. Stage 3 diagnosis, and there's no cancer in her body. And she will be the first to tell you. She's not active on Facebook, or I know if she was, she would be in here like screaming her story, because she sent me like 4 referrals. So she's really excited about what has happened in her life. But this beautiful transformation about being hopeful and optimistic, doing what it takes to save her life. She was truly convicted that if she didn't do something, if she did not get control, that she was going to die. And so I was able to provide her with the tools that she needed to become hopeful and optimistic, which is something, by the way, she never had in her entire life. She's always telling me, I've never been like this. Like, my whole life has always been like, not Debbie Downer, but like always expecting the worst thing to happen, hoping that something good would happen, but always expecting that it would be the worst thing ever. And she said, and I've totally, like, about face, like I've totally changed. Like, my whole personality has changed, not because of me. I didn't do anything. I just provided a map. She had all the tools inside of her for the change. I just provided the map so that she could use those tools to get where she wanted to be, which is now very hopeful and very optimistic and cancer free and not in financial ruin. She's actually just started a new job that she would have never taken before because she didn't have the guts to do it. She had the capability to do it, she just didn't have the guts to do it. And so amazing shifts that happen when you are truly in a healing mindset. All right, so number three key to this is to stay truly positive. I'm not talking about the screwed on, and I talked about this last week too. I'm not talking about the screwed on smile like I'm just fine. Do you guys like how I can do that? I am just fine, I swear. I totally got this thing. And then behind closed doors, you're like, I'm gonna die. In other words, putting on a super brave pageant girl smile. I'm totally fine. I totally got this. You got it. I got this. I'm totally going to beat this thing. And then when you're alone, you completely fall apart. That is not a healing mindset. I'm not talking about that kind of positivity. And I'll say it again. I said it last week. I'm talking about the kind of positivity that comes from your gut, that's inside of you, that comes from your heart, that truly is magnified in your brain, that you are going to be okay. Now, I know sometimes there's a little doubt that creeps in. I've been 6 years cancer free and I still get doubt. And I'm a cancer coach. I still have twinges of doubt every once in a while. I hear something and I'm like, oh man, oh, I hope that doesn't happen to me. You know, it happens. You cannot take that away, but what you can do is adjust how you respond to it. So that true positivity, that gut reaction that tells you that you're going to be okay. And there may be some of you out there that are like, I'm not going to be okay. Like that's what you're doing on the outside. You're like, I'm dying. I'm pretty sure that this cancer is going to kill me. But you have a gut feeling that you're going to be okay. You just don't want to admit it. There's somebody out there like that too. So one of two things, either you're like, I'm fine, and you're not, or you're like, I'm dying, but you truly feel like you're going to be okay. I was the latter of those two, by the way. I was running around with my head cut off, saying and thinking, not deep in my consciousness, but on the outside, that I'm going to die. I have breast cancer. I'm pretty much got one foot in the grave. I really wanted to hang on that like ugliness of that. But down deep inside, like down really deep in my gut, I really knew that I was going to be okay. Some of you are like that as well. So let's go back through. Number one principle of a healing mindset, expecting that things are going to work. Number two, staying hopeful and optimistic in all of your life, not just your cancer life, but your entire life. And number three, truly staying positive in a deep sense, not in a screwed on sense, but in a deep sense inside of you, staying positive. Now then, if you can figure out a way to incorporate all of these things into your healing mindset, you notice I didn't say anything about food. I didn't say one thing about food. You notice I didn't say anything about supplementation. I didn't say anything about getting enough sleep. I didn't say anything about having chemotherapy. I didn't say anything about having surgery. I didn't say anything about doing radiation. I didn't say anything about any of that. I am telling you that the healing mindset has to be in line, because you can do all of those other things and still live in a crappy state of mind, and it's going to be very hard for you to heal. I've seen it time and time again. So you need to align those practices. You need to figure out what those triggers are that give you that confidence in each one of those things. And I'm not asking for you to jump over buildings in a single bound. Look, it's a bird, it's a plane. That's not what I'm asking for. These are these are simple, mindful principles. Hi, Kathy. It's good to see you. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Kathy. These are simple healing principles that when you empower your mindset with them, these things happen. Number one, you boost your immune system naturally. My mentor will tell you her favorite saying is, it may not be what you're eating, but what's eating you. I uncover all kinds of issues with people that they don't even realize are affecting their health. Sometimes it's in that very first call. Sometimes we get on that very first call and I uncover something and you're like, oh, like it's like, right? It's like I should have had a V8. Sometimes it happens straight away, but you boost that immune system naturally. It has been proven that optimism and hopefulness improves your immune system naturally. One of the most common things, people that survive cancer, when you put a whole bunch of them together and you take a big poll and you say what are these, the people that survive these very serious cancers, what do they have in common? Almost every single time you will hear optimism. You're welcome, Ann. Hi, Crystal. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you guys. Thank you for being here tonight. But you boost that immune system naturally. You need that immune system. Remember, we talked about those rogue cancer cells that are like, ooh, and your immune system's like, nope, you must leave now. And it escorts it out of your body. It's like a bouncer. Your immune system is like a big bouncer. Like, that's a visualization technique. That would be awesome. Like visualizing this big bouncer. Okay, sorry. The next thing that it does is it actually instructs the body. You are telling your body what you expect. And guess what? It will respond. When you give your body expectations, when you say, right, what's eating you? I know it's a very powerful statement, isn't it? But when you say to your body, these are the expectations that I have for you, it will do it. My business mentor says something that is so amazing. His name is Russ. And Russ says, when you focus only on success, God forces you to succeed. Let me say that one more time in case you want to write it down, because it applies to everything in your life. When you focus only on success, God forces you to succeed. And you can say God or the universe or Mother Nature, I don't, whatever your higher power is. This is very, very powerful notion. So you are instructing your body, these are the expectations that I have for you. This is what I'm expecting you to do, ultimately, which is heal. It's like that book, Instruction Manual You. This is what you're doing. You're telling your body what you want the outcome to be. My favorite thing that the healing mindset helps you accomplish is it gives you back some control in a very uncontrollable situation. Because right now, there's a lot of you that are watching this or watching in replay or on YouTube, and cancer is frickin' bossing you around. Sorry, I hope no children are watching, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's like a bitch slap. You're like, it's like, and you're letting it. I know that's harsh. I know what I just said is harsh, but you are letting it boss you around. You can control this situation. And one of the ways to do that is to start incorporating a healing mindset. So when you incorporate that, it gives you some control back in a very uncontrollable situation. And when that happens, fear starts leaving. It starts finding the exit door. You start ripping it out by the roots. It's like a fear extraction. I'm serious. It's like extracting something really icky out of your body. Like if any of you have ever had a toothache and you had to have like like it's too far gone and you need an extraction, and you've had a tooth pulled, and then it's like as soon as it's gone, it's like, oh, that feels so much better. This is what it's like. It's like having a fear extraction, and you rip it out by its roots so that it can't come back and get you. Ah, hi, Eileen. It's good to see you. That's right, Richard. Hashtag cancer boss. Hi, William. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right, so that's all I have for you this evening. I hope that you enjoyed our little talk tonight. I'll be back on Thursday night. Thursday night, we're going to talk about something that actually ties into this. A lot of people incorporate visualization. In other words, visualizing their cancer, like leaving their body or their treatments working, or, whatever it is, a bouncer coming in and like, bouncing it out of your body. I have one client that actually visualizes minions. Um, minions like going in and like carrying out the cancer cells. So yeah, but there are a lot of people that use visualization. I get super excited about visualization. I like to hear what people like are thinking about, like when they're receiving chemotherapy or radiation or anything like that. Like, how are they incorporating their mind's positivity to work for them and not against them in a negative way? Of course, positivity doesn't work in a negative way, but you get what I'm saying there. But a lot of times people complain that visualization does not work. And so on Thursday this week, I'm going to talk to you the number one reason that visualization does not work or is not working in your life. And it's something else that you can incorporate. So we're going to talk about that on Thursday night coming up this week. So I think that's all I have for you tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you're waiting for an email from me, I am getting on that right now. So it's been a very busy day. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's crazy days every day, so it doesn't matter. Next week, there will be no shows. Actually, I think there'll be one on Tuesday. Maybe we'll see. I'm going to be very busy because I'm leaving for 10 days on Tuesday. But yeah, so hopefully Tuesday we'll have one. If not, the next time that you see me, it may be from Hawaii. My husband and I we've been traveling to Hawaii since my cancer diagnosis in 2012. We've gone every year since my diagnosis, and I would love to share with you from the beach where I made a decision to change my life. I would like to share with you that story a little bit, and how I let it empower me. And so we are going to go for a little downtime, spending some time together, and just enjoying some nice warm weather because it's freaking cold here. So just enjoy some nice warm weather and just get away and recharge the battery so I can come back charging in with new information. Because if you guys have never been with me, like when I've been on a break and I come back from a break, it's really exciting because I have like billions of new ideas to share with you guys. Like I get super clear on like messaging and what I want to share with you. So stay tuned and fasten your seatbelt. Because it gets exciting. But I do need a recharge. And you know what? It's so funny. Somebody said to me the other day, they're like, wow, you take a lot of breaks, don't you? And like kind of in a condescending way. And I lovingly said to them, yes, I do, so that I can serve my clients even better. And they were kind of like, huh? And I said, well, I have to go in, I have to recharge. I work about 60 hours a week, at least. with the radio show and all that kind of stuff. I work about 60 hours a week and I need a good recharge. And plus I need to like clear, like get the clarity so that I can come back and share with you guys like tons of good information. So thank you, Dee. I will, right? Uh, right. I know it is. It's colder in New York. You're right, Eileen. For sure. You're right there. So tough job. Yes. It is, actually my job is amazing. I love what I do. My job is not tough. It's not even demanding. It's just that sometimes I just need to clear my mind. So, which is good. So I'll do a lot of writing and, all kinds of good stuff there. So you guys will definitely benefit for me having a few days off. So excited about spending some time with my husband. You guys have not met Robin. We'll have Robin come in one night. I would really like for him to, like, we'll plan it ahead. And I'd really like for Robin to come in and kind of talk to caretakers. Because I think that this is an important conversation. So maybe you can invite your caretaker to that night. Like I'll give you plenty of warning. You can invite your caretaker for that night and maybe watch together and let him tell you a little bit about his story, because he had his own healing journey that he needed to go through after my diagnosis. And so, yes, thank you. I will. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your evening. I love you very much. And if I don't, well, I'll be here on Thursday, but if I don't see you then it'll be about 2 weeks after that. I'll be gone for like 10 days. So, so it'll be about 2 weeks after that if I don't get to you guys next Tuesday. So thank you so much. Post your questions in the group. Make sure that you share the group out. If you have anybody that you think would be interested in the information that we share here and being a part of the group, please invite them to be a part, but let them know that you've invited them to be a part of the group. Just don't add them willy-nilly without their permission, please. And yeah, and you guys keep on with your amazing posts. Share your celebrations with us. We want to see when something great happens to you. So get good about celebrating even tiny wins. Get in that group and just share. It uplifts us all when we hear good things and we hear good stories, because there's plenty of negativity out there. It's also okay to post cancer rants in the group. So if you have a rant that you need to go on and you need to get something off your chest, it is a safe place to do that. And we are happy to all love you and support you and direct you as much as possible. If you have a question directly for me in the group, please, by all means, tag me. You're welcome, Anne. Please tag me in the group, Leslie Nance. That's my name. Please tag me when you have a question for me. If not, it might slip through the cracks. Or if it's something that you want me to see specifically, or if you see somebody asking me a question and they haven't tagged me, then please tag me, because maybe they're new and they don't know to tag me. Please tag me and I will go get those questions answered. So thank you guys so much for joining this evening. I will be back here on Thursday night talking about the #1 reason visualization does not work for some people, and maybe we can troubleshoot that a little bit. So you guys have a wonderful, amazing evening, and I will see you soon. Bye, everybody. See you guys.